Jamison Eula.
And I'm Wendy Ryan. Thanks for joining us. The Tarpon Point Grill and Tiki Bar in Bradenton is telling us their landlord is forcing them out of business at the end of this month. And his reason? He doesn't think the restaurant is successful.
I-Team investigator Jared Holbrook digging into the facts tonight for us. And Jared, Tarpon Point's owners say this just doesn't seem to make sense to them.
Well, it doesn't. Restaurant owners say they've always turned a stable profit from day one, and they feel they're being pushed out because of greed.
Thank you all for coming in.
For Bruce Bottorff, it's more than just an outdoor waterfront restaurant.
Besides being my 4-year-old son's big sandbox, it's meant a lot to my wife and I and my family.
Bruce has owned the Tarpon Point Grill and Tiki Bar in Bradenton for more than 5 years.
This business has been our heart and soul over the last 5.5 years.
But Bruce just found out from his landlord that his lease is not getting renewed. In a letter sent to Bruce, the landlord feels, quote, the tenant has not operated its business in a successful and productive manner.
Appreciate all your service.
So at the end of the month, they have to close.
It's heart-wrenching. It really is.
Heart-wrenching because Bruce says they've been very successful. He says they've always turned a profit and have given more than $200,000 to local charities.
Our sales average between $2.5 and $3 million a year over the last 5 years. We pay the landlord an average of about $20,000 a month.
Ever had a late payment?
Never.
Ever missed a payment?
Never.
Scott Tibbetts is the landlord. In their agreement, he collects rent and gets a percentage of the restaurant's gross sales. Their lease renewal is dependent on whether he feels they're successful or not. We tried reaching him at his office and called his cell phone to ask him how he defines success in this agreement. He never got back to us. Bruce says he put more than $1 million of his own money to fix the place up and is now being forced out because his landlord has bigger plans.
So it all came down to he saw success, he saw how we were doing, and he wanted more of the pie.
At the end of this month, the restaurant will close, and up to 70 employees will be out of work, like server James Liggett. His wife and his stepdaughter work here as well.
There's a lot of anxiety, a couple of sleepless nights, because we're wondering how we're going to get March through and April.
It was more difficult than I could have ever imagined, looking all the employees in the face and telling them that we can't be a place for them to support their families any longer.
The I-Team confirmed Tibbetts has met with a city official and several potential buyers to discuss plans of expanding the city Riverwalk to his property.
Honestly, wish him luck, but hope the karma train comes sooner than later.
Currently, there are no set plans for the property. Other restaurant owners have reached out to us saying they're happy to employ those out of work next month, and we sent that information to Bruce. I'm investigator Jared Holbrook, taking action for you.